Cersei, Walder Frey, Meryn Trant, Tywin Lannister, the Red Woman, Beric Dondarrion, Thoros of Myr, Ilyn Payne, the Mountain, the Hound.
Did she get them all? Come find out with me and my baby sister. We're going to talk Game of Thrones. We're going to Westeros today, guys. So before we jump into the show, I would just like to address one thing. I'm sorry for the gap between shows, guys. Wasn't intentional, or I meant to stay on top of it. I know that with podcasts, you got to be persistent and consistent. That's the key. I know that. Been going through some stuff as a nation, just been a time of processing and getting through things and being with family and reassurance, things like that. So took me a minute to decide if I wanted to go on with it, just based on, all the things we're all learning together, and decided ultimately that I'm going to, because like I've said from the very first episode, it is for me about the art of it. That's what it's about, and that's what I choose to focus on. So I am back, and I apologize for the delay, and I will certainly keep trying to do weekly. If something should come up, I'll try to be better about posting what's going on, but my hope is weekly. So thank you for being patient with me, guys. So welcome back to the Ridiculously Unqualified TV Critic. That's me. I'm Kiza. If you don't know what that means or who the hell I am, you can go back to the intro show and just listen to a little blurb about who the hell I am and why I'm doing this. Each episode of my show is just 25 minutes to an hour and a half of me giving my pretty unqualified opinion on a show. I'll have bonus shows too. I'm working on one now. And a lot of my shows are going to have guests, just more people that you don't know. My best friends, family, other coworkers, other people that love TV as much as me. Although I'm unqualified in the professional sense, we see TV as art. It's one of our favorite art forms. So it's just something we like to talk about. Even in light of things going on today, art is art, and we should appreciate it for what it is and see the beauty in all things. So, disclaimer. I'm not really kid-friendly. I got a potty mouth, so I don't know if I'm kid-friendly or safe for work. And some of the shows we talk about are pretty gnarly, so it's up to you. Use your own discretion, guys. So today we're watching and rewatching Game of Thrones with my skank of a baby sister, Jamie.
Hey now.
So, who are you, Jamie?
I am the best Jamie there is. Better than the one on Game of Thrones.
He was hot, though.
He was hot. He's sexy. I'm the best one, because I'm the baby. I'm a mom of 3 girls. They all suck. They're all grown. I'm left behind. Boo-hoo. Nothing much to tell, really. I'm the best, That's it, really.
Sure you are. Whatever.
I am.
Whatever, ho.
I am.
So, for those who missed this absolutely epic adventure we all went on together, Game of Thrones is a fantasy series. It's about a bunch of different noble families fighting for the Iron Throne. And the show is based on the book Game of Thrones and A Song of Ice and Fire, written by George R.R. Martin. He or she who sits on the Iron Throne rules all of Westeros. So Westeros was basically just 7 big... sounds kind of familiar. Just 7 big families fighting to rule everything. The Targaryens came in with their crazy asses and dragons and mad kings and took over. After all the dragons died out, the other families rose up and took the mad king out. That's when Robert Baratheon took over as king, and that's where the show starts. We first start with Robert as the king. We first meet the Stark family, led by Eddard or Ned Stark. Ooh, Ned. Played by Sean Bean. Ned is the Lord of Winterfell and the king of the North.
Yes.
He is the head of House Stark, one of the great houses. Ned is married to Catelyn Stark, played by Michelle Fairley, formerly Catelyn Tully of House Tully. They have 5 children. Robb Stark, played by Richard Madden.
He's hot.
Yummy, yummy. Sansa Stark, played by Sophie Turner. Arya Stark, played by Maisie Williams. Bran, played by Isaac Hempstead Wright. And Rickon, played by Art Parkinson. Ned also has a son who is not Catelyn's and not Ned's, but we don't talk about not till later, named Jon motherfucking Snow. And since he is the bastard of the North, he gets the last name Snow instead of the family name Stark. Bastard names also in the show, if you didn't notice, Jamie, I don't know if you noticed, where it depends on where they were from. The bastards in Dorne were last name Sand. The bastards by River Run were last name Rivers. Like Gendry. Gendry was a Rivers.
Yeah.
Ilaria was a Sand. Like all the bastards have different names in different areas.
Huh.
That's how you know they're that's how they would be able to know who was a bastard, which is terrible, but also sounds familiar. King Robert Baratheon is played by Mark Addy. King Robert and his wife Cersei Baratheon, née Lannister, played by Lena Headey, have 3 children. Or are they Roberts?
Right.
They ain't fucking Roberts.
They ain't Roberts.
Joffrey is played by Jack Gleeson. Marcella is played by Amy Richardson. And Tommen is played by Callum Wari. King Robert and Ned Stark were best friends, and before he died, he named Ned as Lord Regent, which just means a spot holder, a placeholder, until the next king comes in, because he had made him hand to the king. Cersei, of course, with her bitch ass, had different plans, and instead had Ned arrested and made Joffrey king. Ned had found out before King Robert died, that the kids were actually Jaime's kids, which, it's Cersei's brother, just so we're clear. And most likely didn't get to tell him before he died. Also, Robert's brothers, Stannis and Renly, also are now fighting for the throne, now that they know those kids, they're not the heirs. All while Daenerys Targaryen, played by the gorgeous Emilia Clarke, daughter of the Mad King, has killed her brother Viserys and is coming for the Iron Throne herself with an army of Dothraki soldiers. So, you kind of get it, right? Lots of families thinking that they're the main family, the royal family, trying to take over the Iron Throne. So it ran from April 17th, 2011 to May 19th, 2019, which is crazy to me. I don't think I realized how
I didn't realize
soon it ended. It just didn't end that long ago. It was 73 episodes over 8 seasons. The theme song, commonly just called the Game of Thrones theme or the main title, is by Ramin Djawadi. The directors and writers were David Benioff, D.B. Weiss, Miguel Sapochnik, David Nutter, Tim Van Patten, and then the writers, of course, George R.R. Martin, and then also David Benioff, D.B. Weiss, all those other people. Most notable recurring or cameos, Game of Thrones actually didn't have a lot, which most of my shows have a shit ton of cameos. Like, I just did New Girl, and the list was so long, but Game of Thrones didn't do that many. But they had a lot of musicians.
Because there was so many, like, soldiers and stuff like, they kind of, if you had cameos in there, they would have gotten lost in the crowd.
Yeah.
So, I don't think they were worried about doing cameos, really.
And a bunch of them did, because a lot of them people didn't even know about till months later. They were like, oh, did you know?
Right.
So Will Champion from Coldplay was in it. He was playing music at the Red Wedding when the Reigns of Castamere played.
I know Ed Sheeran was in it.
That was my next one. Ed Sheeran, he played a Lannister soldier, like singing around a fire in one episode. Chris Stapleton played a wildling Nightwalker in one episode. Band members of Mastodon, I don't know if you listen to them.
No, I don't.
They were in the episode called Hardhome, is when all the wildlings got taken over by Nightwalkers. Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers was in season 8, episode 5. He was just like a random soldier. I think it was when Daenerys went ham on King's Landing. I think he was in one of those scenes. And then Rob from It's Always Sunny and Martin Starr play 2 sailors that get killed on Euron Greyjoy's ship in season 8 too. This show absolutely gets my Exceptional Music Award, because it is haunting.
It is.
Like, when you listen to the soundtrack on Spotify, not during the show, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. And then when you watch it, if you listen to it by itself and then watch it again, you hear the music more, and you're like, oh shit, like, it just goes together so well with it. He did such a good job. So music for the show, it was all done by Ramin Djawadi, and there's a difference in all the music played for each house. He made sure that each house had its own theme type,
Mm-hmm.
like it was a certain sound for that house. So every time something was going on with that house, it was the same theme of music. It was
Yeah.
the same kind of, it was really cool. And Cersei,
Man.
no, seriously, you have to go watch the episode where she blew up the the sept, where she
The
blew up
sept,
the sept
yeah.
of Baylor. The music in that episode,
Yeah.
leading up to her villainous shit that she did, like this whole big thing that she pulled off, it was so
I know.
good. It's like the music
know.
is perfect. It's like creepy and villainous,
Yeah.
and it's really good. And then after that episode, they use that music for her throughout until it finishes.
Yeah.
There's a theme, the theme for House Stark is like cello, softer music,
Mhm.
and then the Lannisters is more like
More
harder evil.
Crazy, yeah.
And then the Dothraki's music,
The Dothraki's music is haunting.
Arab, because it sounds Arab.
Is,
Yeah. And I love how you can tell that different places in Westeros or whatever are representative of different places in the world. Like
Yeah.
the Dornish people are absolutely Arabic.
Mhm.
You know they are, like Ilaria Sand, those are Arabic people.
Yeah.
You know they are. And then you can just tell. And then like the Wildlings music was more wild. You know,
Yeah.
like it all matched really well. Oh, it's called Light of the Seven, Cersei's song, the one that they played when she blew up the sept. That's one of the most beautiful classical pieces I've ever heard. It's so ominous and like
It is. Yeah. I agree with that.
villainous.
Because she is.
She
She is a straight up, man, she's a bitch, man.
So yeah, if you haven't, go listen to the music out of context, just on your Spotify, like when you're trying to relax or when you're in the shower or something. It is gorgeous.
Mhm.
And then when you watch it again, it's different. Like you hear the music differently when you watch it. So this is my favorite part. Favorite characters.
Oh.
And character development. But first we'll do favorite. So I'll say my number one and you say your number one and then we'll go on from there.
Okay.
But because everybody's so
I already know you're number one.
passionate about their number one, especially in this show, is absolutely Jon motherfucking
Jon
Snow.
Yeah.
God, I love me some Jon Snow so hard.
And why? Why is he your favorite?
Oh my God. Well, number one, everything that came out about him, he was chosen by the gods. Of course he was, or else he wouldn't have been brought back to life. So he's so special. And he was a Targaryen and a Stark. So he had all the good blood in him, and his heart was pure, and he just wanted to help and take out the bad people. And he started out as an outsider, feeling like he didn't have a family because he thought he was just this bastard that Ned brought home, and Catelyn hated him and wanted him fucking dead, basically. He never was a bastard to me. You know, he was always like a king. Like if from the first episode, he had like king status in my head. Just the way he carried himself, and how it was just the way he carried himself. And that was like the one of the very few things about Kat I didn't like, because I liked Kat a lot. I love Catelyn Stark, but she was so mean to Jon.
She was. She really was.
And I wonder too. Now when I watch it back, I get mad. I'm like, if Ned loved Catelyn so much and they had such a good marriage and they loved each other so much, why didn't you just tell her the truth?
Yeah.
It's my sister's kid. We have to protect him. You know what I mean? I feel like she would have done it.
She would have loved him, yeah.
And then, I don't know, then he got to the wall and he just was like a natural leader. And the Lord Commander knew that and made him the next, made him his steward. He became the next Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. He's just always, I think he was just meant to save the world. He did. I think he was meant to. So he's my fucking favorite. Plus, he's just beautiful. He's just one of the most beautiful men I've ever seen in my fucking life. So,
I chose Daenerys.
well, that's a lot of people's favorite, but why?
Yes, she was my favorite from the get-go. She was sold by her evil-ass brother. Didn't want to. She wanted to go home the whole time. She had this horrible, horrible life, and she adapted to it to do what she thought was right for her people, for her land. She did what she thought she had to do for her land and for her people, and I don't know, she just felt like I felt that she was pure in heart and soul. And through the whole series, everything that happened to her, it just turned her, into a hard person that
Like her father.
it didn't need to happen. She wanted that Iron Throne, and by the end of the series, and that's honestly why I don't like Jon Snow, because he did what he did.
But he had to.
But the way he did it, though, was messed up.
He had to, though. And then I feel like the power got to her. You could see over the course of all the seasons, the power she felt, especially once she got on the dragons, and she could really have whatever she wanted. It got to her.
Well, I do agree with that, especially when she started killing women and children and stuff like that just to get to Cersei. But, I mean, I don't know, I just felt like she got thrown into all that. And I feel like she didn't have a choice.
I guess what you could say is that Cersei was the direct cause of that.
Yes, exactly.
Because had Cersei not been a thing or just been Denis.
Yes.
But still, it shouldn't get to that point. It should have gotten to the... they brought her a whole bunch of different alternatives she could have done, and she just didn't listen. But even Tyrion tried.
And the witch that killed her child, and took her husband, and just everything that happened to her, she just got turned, and it just sucked for her. Her life just sucked, and so I just feel like she got turned into this hardcore bitch of a person when she shouldn't have been that way. Because she was so, when you met her, she was so
pure
and timid and shy, and the development of her, she was my favorite through the whole thing. Now, I don't like Jon Snow because of that. I know that it probably had to have been done, but that's where I disagree with you on him being the favorite. Now, if I listen to you with my logical brain, I will say that he is a good soul and a good guy and everything like that. But just the way that he did it like that was kind of bullshit, Kiss her and you're always going to be my queen, and then boom, I mean, that's kind of messed up,
Well, I think he meant you'll always be my queen, even though I shouldn't have loved you, I will always love you like that. But you got to go because you're a tyrant. And my second favorite is Tyrion.
I
adore Tyrion.
I love Tyrion.
And I love how integral he was to all of it, and how he was so important to the fall and rise of all of them, all the way to the end, till we get to Bran. I just love him.
Yes.
And I love his bond with Jaime so hard. Like, I love how Jaime loves him no matter what, and Jaime's the only one that loved him no matter what.
Yes.
And that he always looks to Jaime, looks for Jaime when he's in trouble, and Jaime's usually there.
Yes.
I don't know, I really love that relationship. And his loyalties, the rise and fall of all the people he followed, he always did go to the best person. It's like, no, you're not a good person. I'm going to the good person.
Yes.
I'm going to the person that's right for this. Even when he thought it was Daenerys, but then he was like, no, I think it's Jon now. I think it's probably Jon. He always was like, no, this is the best leader. I don't know. I just really loved him. Plus, he was funny, and he drank, and he knows things, and he just cracked me up. Who's your second favorite?
I don't know. I would have to say I agree with that. Because he brought comedy to the show. Yeah. He did. And light to the show a little bit, and humor, and I'll agree with that, because he was quick-witted and and
a good guy.
Yeah.
3 for me is Arya, because she's such a badass.
I didn't care for Arya very much.
You're gonna be in the minority. I'm gonna have comments on that because most people's favorite is Arya, because she spent the whole show learning how to be the baddest of asses that she could, because she was gonna go back and get those fuckers. And the fact that she was directly involved, she killed the Night King. She killed the Night King single-handedly, literally.
Yeah, she did, and that's all good and well and everything, but I didn't care for her character.
I loved her. She was such a badass. I love her whole thing with the faceless men and all of her training. And
that bored me.
I loved it. I loved it because it was teaching her how to let go of things, and how that some things aren't worth it and some are, and to find out who you really are and what you really want, and you kind of have to be no one before you can be anyone, and I loved it.
I will say Jorah.
For 3? Really?
Yes.
That high?
Yes.
I love Jorah, but I don't think I'd put him that high.
Yeah. He was so loyal to her and so sweet. Now, granted, he had his faults, but he was just there. And he was just a kind soul, and was there all the time, and wanted nothing more than to just be at her side and to be a devoted person for her. And I put him that high. I do.
I do like him. I did find myself really sad for him a lot, especially.
Yes.
Well, because he got friend zoned big time.
He
but
did.
Then he also like he did betray her a time or two.
He did. Yes.
So I guess it does go to show how much she loved him, because she was quick to burn other fuckers that betrayed her. So
Yeah.
she was like, she must have loved him.
She did, because, you know, when she found out when he was, you know, scaly and stuff, and she said, I command you to return to me, and that was so sweet and broke my heart, and, you know,
And then it ended up being Samwell that healed him.
yes,
I love Samwell.
I do too.
But my number 4 is a hot take that you won't agree with. It's Theon fucking Greyjoy. I adore Theon.
Reek! No.
I fucking love him. I
do too.
And Jamie knows, because every time I rewatch it, I text you about them like, I love Theon, poor Theon. Like, he did do things wrong, yes, like most people in the show, but I just loved, you know what, I thought I was going to pick Jon for character development, but I think it's him. I think he's my character development pick, because I love the way they did what they did with that character.
Yeah.
He was almost like Jon, where, originally he ended up a Lord of the Starks because of the wars and shit that happened, and they kind of took him. But then he just ended up being like their ward instead of, you know, a kidnap victim, and was a part of the family, really. And then, I don't know, just the change from that to, no, now since I don't have a family at all, I'm going to take over and kill the boys and take the castle and blah, blah, blah. But then couldn't actually do the horrible things. You know what I mean? Really didn't have it in him to kill the boys. I don't know that he would have if he caught him. I really don't. I don't think he would have. Do you? I don't think he would have really killed them.
No, I don't think he would have.
And I think because he felt bad about the farm boys. He felt bad that he had to fake, you know, to kill anybody. Like,
yeah.
And then what Ramsay did to him, and how Yara wanted so badly to save him, and I don't know. I just really love his story, and I love watching how it unfolds, especially when Sansa comes and marries Ramsay, and then they get together and find out they're both being victimized and abused. And he finally tells her that he didn't kill the boys, and he's so sorry that they thought he did, and they've run together. I don't know. I just love his whole story. Then he came in at the very end, protected Bran until his last breath.
Yeah.
And then Bran told him he was a good man.
He was a good man. Yeah.
I hate watching him die.
I did too. That whole scene right there was heartbreaking.
It was, because they had no chance at all. They were surrounded,
No.
but he protected Bran with everything in him. And then that leads me to my next favorites, which are Sansa and Bran. I love both of them. I thought that Sansa's character development was good too, because she started out snobby and shitty and whatever, but then ended up like just being a badass. Like all the Stark kids were such badasses by the end, and she was like, no, I'm queen in the North. That's what I am. I'm taking the North. It's mine. That shit's mine. I'm the queen.
Well, my next favorite one was the Hound.
I do love the Hound.
I do love the Hound.
And there's times you hate him, but
Yes.
the majority of the time I just loved him. Like, even when he was being the Hound, I still just loved him. And I love his whole relationship with Arya so much.
Yeah.
And
He was so protective of her.
yeah, like I think he learned to love her. I really do. And I like all those little things too. How remember when they were going to cut Ned's head off, the guy that, what was his name? The guy that protected her from watching it. Like there was little things through that where there were always people to protect the Starks. People were always looking out for them through the whole thing. And the Hound was one of them. And I just love his whole thing with Arya, and how when he found out later that she was okay, he was relieved.
Yeah.
I love that. But also, it was like a bittersweet ending, because the way, because he died with his brother, you were kind of glad it happened, but you're sad because he went too, but you're like, well, at least he finally did it. Like, he finally got to take that evil fucker out of this world.
Yep.
And I guess now we're down to like honorable mentions, because those are my favorites. I don't think anybody can top those, but Samwell and Gilly. I love Samwell and Gilly. I love Gilly a lot. I think she's so sweet and funny.
My honorable mention would be Jaime.
Yeah, Jaime and Brienne too.
Yes.
Them together.
Yes, absolutely.
I love her. I love how much she was so loyal when she knew somebody was a good person.
I absolutely love Jaime. Absolutely. Because he was such an asshole in the beginning, and then you see him change.
His character development is really good.
Yes,
Yeah.
you see him change to a nicer guy. You know, I really loved his character.
Mm-hmm. Hodor. You can't even talk about Hodor without just being sad. Like,
you can't.
"Aw, Hodor.
You really can't.
He was such a sweet giant. And didn't Asha call him that sometimes? She called him, like, you sweet giant, you. Podrick. I love Podrick.
Yes.
I love him.
Podrick.
I
Good grief.
There's a whole thing about he's, like, really good in bed.
There's so many characters that you just love.
And then next on my list was Jorah, but which we already talked about.
Yes.
But Khal Drogo, because just yum. You know?
Yeah.
And then, your other favorites, Missandei and Grey Worm.
Oh my gosh. They are my favorites. You know, they are my favorites. And together, I was so sad when Missandei died. And I was so sad for him, too, because he loved her so much. And to see her get killed and his reaction to that, it was just heartbreaking to see that, because
I don't think he ever had love before her.
No, he didn't. He didn't, because he was supposed to be, you know, loveless, really.
Well, because they took them from their
Right.
parents when they were little,
Right.
and made them slaves and eunuchs and shit.
Eunuchs, that's what I
Yeah.
was looking for. And he even said in the movie that you are my fear because I love you so much, or in the show. I felt so bad, and to see him just watch her get beheaded like that was just heartbreaking for me. And to see Daenerys watch her best friend.
Mm-hmm. Like her sister.
Yeah.
She had become like her sister.
Yeah, I hated that whole scene.
Yeah, Cersei was fucked up for that
Yeah,
shit.
I hated that whole scene.
Bronn of Blackwater. I love Bronn of Blackwater. He's so funny, and it's by the end of it, so sick of the Lannister shit, because Tyrion and Jaime just keep passing him back and forth and fight this for me and fight that for me, and he's like, oh, you guys better give me so much shit at the end of this. Yeah. I loved Oberyn Martell.
Yes.
Pedro Pascal.
Yes.
Oh, I love that character so much. It was funny and charming and sexy, but also like vindictive full of anger, and I don't know, I really liked him. I loved Gendry.
Gendry, yeah.
I felt bad that Arya wouldn't be with him, but that's just not how she rolls, man. But
like,
I love him.
I'm not a lady.
Yeah, and I would have been happy if at the end if they chose him. Like if they had said, we're just gonna make Gendry king because he was a Baratheon anyway. I would have been like, cool, I'm good with that. I like Gendry. I loved Asha. Davos Seaworth. I love Davos. The Hound.
Yeah.
I loved Varys. I know a lot of people don't. I loved him. I really do think he had good intentions at the deep down. And and we know he was one of the only ones at the end to be like, no to Daenerys. Like, you're being a tyrant. This isn't good. So that's why he died,
he even said, I would look you in the eye and tell you you're making a mistake. Yeah. Well, you are.
Yeah.
But
I loved him. Ygritte. I loved Ygritte.
I know you did.
That's his real wife.
I know.
She can go to hell. No, I love her. I love that actress. She was in Downton Abbey too. I love her. And then Jaqen Hagar. I loved him. The faceless man. I liked him. I loved that whole thing.
No, I didn't. that whole selection, it bored me. It did.
It's spiritual though. It's really interesting. It's interesting when you listen to what he's saying and translate the symbolism to what he really means. It's really cool.
Well, I mean, I get that, but I mean the whole, I don't know, I guess I just didn't like focusing that much on Arya.
Oh, well, I do. Well, she's one of my favorites. It was hard to watch though, because that little fucking bitch kept torturing her.
Yeah.
It was hard, but I love the end result of what she was trained to do and feel and be after that. Okay, love to hate. Mine is, oh God, I love to hate Cersei's ass. She is the best villain in a TV show I think I've ever seen in my life.
Cersei is number one.
Because, holy shit, she was scary and evil and hateful. And but then I found myself sometimes when she would do something or say something hateful, I'd be like, damn, bitch, you bad. Yeah. It was shitty what you did, but you're a fucking badass. Yeah. Damn. Especially with the Sept of Baelor and all that shit. You're like, oh, snap. Cersei ain't playing.
No. But you kind of felt sorry for her sometimes.
Yes.
Like when she had to do the walk.
Mm-hmm.
And she was just bawling her eyes out.
Yes, I felt bad for her.
Yes.
Like, that's what I mean. They did such a good job at, you hate her, but you love to hate her, and sometimes you take her side, and especially when, well, not when the oldest died, but when the other two died, you felt bad for her, and you felt bad for her when Jaime was gone, and when, like, I don't know, I loved her. She was terrible, but I loved her, and it was probably the actress Lena Headey, but good God, that was convincing.
Yeah.
As, like, villainous fucking villain ever.
Yep.
She would have been such a good Disney villain. Imagine Cersei as a Disney villain. It would be perfect.
Oh, yeah.
With that fucking music and shit. Oh, that character is like chef's kiss. She's one of my favorites villains of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And Jaime, I hated him in the beginning. I did learn to love him a lot later, but especially after he got kidnapped by Catelyn and them. After that, I loved him. But
yeah,
in the beginning, he was fucking...
He was.
Terrible. Well, pushing Bran and, you know, all the shit he did. But I loved him in the end. And Littlefinger...
that motherfucker,
fucking
man.
Littlefinger, bro.
Oh.
And sometimes I felt bad for him too. I don't know. I guess it's just they did that on purpose because they want you to love to hate them.
No, I never did. That little piece of shit. I hated him. He was a little smug piece of shit. Yeah. I hated him. Now, there was something about him. From the moment he had Ned Stark killed, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
I don't like you.
Yeah.
You're done.
And then just...
You're done. I don't like you from now on.
Fucked Sansa over how many times? And then
tried to say I loved you.
Yeah.
Oh.
He was like the slimiest.
He was.
Smarmiest. The only time I remember distinctly feeling bad for him is when Ned first came to King's Landing and found out Catelyn was there. This was like back in season 1 or 2. It was the very beginning. And Ned choked him and held him up against the wall and like could have easily killed him. Yeah. And you could see the fear in his eyes and how scared. And I was like, oh no. Well, whatever. But also I really hate that he's really cute. I'm like, there's so many scenes where I'm like, God, he's so cute. He's so handsome. Cute. You fucking piece of shit. You're so cute.
He is handsome. Yes, I'll give him that.
And then, but yeah, he was.
Yeah, I hate him.
Disgusting.
I hate him.
And then I loved to hate Ilaria Sand. I hated her, but I liked she was really good at being like Cersei, like really evil. Like if she had been in the whole show, she probably would have been on Cersei's level. Like
I love her revenge though.
She was the evil.
That was great.
Cersei's revenge.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was fucking great.
That's what I mean. That was the next level evil shit.
Yes.
Like, oh, and that actress is gorgeous. Yes. Ilaria Sand, gorgeous.
Yes. Okay, now, like I said, Daenerys' brother, Viserys.
Yeah. I love the Golden Crown episode.
Yes!
Let's give you your Golden Crown.
Oh my God. And she's like, no, just stand there and watch it happen. Oh my God, I love it. And then, of course, Joffrey.
Well, see, I don't love to hate him. I just fucking hate him.
No, I love to hate him. Because there are certain times when he's like, I guess he tricked you into thinking that he had a...
I disagree, because I waited. I was like, you guys are going to give me some little boy moment, right? Where I feel like, oh, he's really just a little boy, and he's so misguided, and he's just a little boy. I never got that moment. Never. There was never a moment where I was like, even close to empathy for him. Like I was with Cersei or Jaime. Or even Littlefinger. You know what I mean? But not Joffrey. I just couldn't. I couldn't find one moment that made me feel like he was human at all. He was just evil from get-go. I think he was evil out of the womb.
Yeah, I guess so.
Best and worst relationships. So I think one of my favorites is Jon and Ygritte. I love Jon and Ygritte. I just do. I know that it was like short-lived, and she thought that he knows nothing. You know nothing, Jon.
You know nothing.
But I love their chemistry, and I really do think they were in love with each other.
Okay, I'll say Daenerys and Khal Drogo.
Yeah,
they were
so each other's sun, moon, and stars. Started out kind of rocky.
Yeah, in the very beginning, but after that, it was just they were so in love with each other.
I loved Talisa for Robb. I love those. I liked that he finally found somebody.
Yes.
And she was really smart, and I don't know how to explain it. Like, not elegant necessarily, but together. Like she had her shit together. She was smart, intelligent. She knew what she wanted. I don't know. I really liked her. Oh yeah, and shout out to her, Una. Her name's Una for Avatar, because she kicked so much ass in that.
Even though I hate him, I'll say Joffrey and Marjorie.
Fuck you. I hate Marjorie. I hate Marjorie with everything in me.
I do too, but I think she was good for him more than Sansa. Or Sansa.
Well, sure, because I feel like Sansa was just a scared child the whole time she was in King's Landing.
But that's what I'm saying, though. I think Marjorie was good for him because she fed him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I do think she was better for him. Maybe she might have been able to rein him in from some of his evil shit, but I also feel like she was really sneaky. Yes. She was so sneaky.
She was.
I couldn't
that's
trust
why
her.
It was a good relationship.
Samwell and Gilly, good couple. Solid couple. Missandei and Grey Worm, good couple. Jaime Lannister and Brienne of Tarth, good couple. I wish they would have ended up together. Yeah. I hate that he knew that he loved that girl. He knew he loved her. And I think he knew he could have had a life with her. Yeah. They could have ran off. And she even offered it. Let's run off. Let's go to Pentos. Let's start a new fucking life. Nope. No. Back to Cersei he goes. Yeah. Dummy. Oberyn and Ilaria were pretty good together. They were hot together anyway. Yeah. And then I liked Tyrion and Shay in the beginning, but I sure did end up hating Shay's dumbass. Yeah. Gendry and Arya would have been cute, but she don't roll like that. Ned and Catelyn.
Yeah, they were good.
And then Loras and Renly. I don't know, I liked them together. I thought they were cute together. I hate that. I liked Renly. Anyway, Renly was hot.
Yeah. I would say Jorah and Daenerys, if they would have.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know if you can count that, because they never actually were a couple. Just because you wanted them to be. Well,
neither was Jaime and Brienne.
They had sex. They were in love.
But they never got to be couple.
Yeah, but they were in love. They were actively in love.
Well, Jorah was in love with her, so we'll give it that.
Yeah, but she friend-zoned him long ago. Season 1, friend-zoned. Sorry.
Oh, what the hell is his name? I can't remember his name. That Daenerys had sex with the hot guy.
Oh, Dario Naharis.
Yes!
Yeah. The one that in the first episode he was in is a different actor than the rest of the episode season. So, yeah, and I think I watched a video on why that happened. I don't remember now. But it was just, I think, 1 or 2 episodes with that first guy with the long hair, and then it changed to the new one. But I don't know. Oh. I don't like Dario. I liked him as, like, in the Queen's court or whatever. Like, I think he was good at what he did for her. You know, as far as being a soldier and a protector and all that shit. But I don't know. I don't feel like he was good enough for her. I feel like he was awesome. He was a booty call. And she basically said that. She was like, no, I gotta probably marry this guy and I can't do this. I can't be having side pieces. I can't take my side piece with me to the Iron Throne. Okay, then worst couples.
Worst Cersei and Jaime.
I don't agree. I think I got to a point where, well, you remember how, like, towards the end of all of it, Cersei got to the point where she was like, I don't give a shit anymore. We're just telling everybody. Fuck them. You know, it's us. I don't care. And and then she got to the point where she was like, remember Targaryens used to do this? Targaryens married their brothers and sisters. Why is it so wrong that we do? And when she fucking had me convinced by the end of the show. I was like, oh yeah, you're right. You do what you want, girl.
I know that they had chemistry and they truly, truly loved each other. And that's not what I mean. I just mean that Jaime would have been better with somebody else.
Well, Brienne, yeah, I agree.
Jaime deserved something else other than Cersei.
True. My worst is Joffrey and Sansa, because I hated everything about anything. Like, if she had to be in his presence, I was uncomfortable. Sansa and Ramsay, anybody they thrust that poor girl upon, I hated him. He was hot though. Why were they all hot? Why were all the bad guys so hot?
I know.
Like, Ramsay Bolton was really hot. Oh, Craster and all of his daughters. What a gross relationship that was. Robert and Cersei, bad couple.
Yeah.
Bad couple.
Right.
Jon and Daenerys, because just no. Not only because they were related, but I just didn't like them together. I didn't like that whole I don't think they had chemistry.
No, they really didn't.
And the Marjorie Tyrell being with Tommen really bothered me.
Yeah, that wasn't a good one.
No. Well, because he was like 14 or something.
Yeah,
and she
he
was
looked like a baby.
And not that she was old. I think she was, 18 to 20 or something. But still, it was like, oh, God, this is uncomfortable. And they made Tommen so pure and innocent on purpose. You know, like he was still a little child. And
yeah.
Ugh, I just hated her so much. She was so sneaky. Cersei, remember when Cersei said that she might get with Euron Greyjoy?
Euron, yes.
Yuck. Oh, she did fuck him.
She did.
Fuck him. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was like, how do I know what I'm even getting or whatever.
Right.
Ugh. God, he was so scummy.
Yes, he was. I hated that guy.
Oh, and the whole Cersei and Lancel Lannister thing grossed me out too. He ended up working for those sparrows or whatever, but gross. I didn't like Marjorie with Renly because I liked Renly and I hated her and I don't know. I just don't like her. Stannis and Melisandre. That fucking red bitch. Best and worst episodes. Do you have any favorite episodes?
Oh, I will say one of my favorite episodes is when Daenerys comes with the dragons and blows up the Red Keep.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That's one of my favorites.
Where she kills everyone?
Yeah. Well,
that's terrible.
No, it's not that she kills everybody. It's that Cersei is finally seeing that she's about to fall.
I wouldn't say this one's a favorite because it's a terrible episode, but it's a really good episode, is The Red Wedding, The Reigns of Castamere.
Yeah.
That was a really good episode. Yeah. It was written really well. Nobody expected it. I mean, unless you read the books. But if you hadn't read the books, nobody expected it. And I watched it after it had started. It had already been on for a few years when I started it, so people already knew. But nobody spoiled it for me, and I remember watching that alone and being like, what the fuck? Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Those fucking Freys. Fucking Walder Frey. The Lion and the Rose might be my favorite because it's the one where Joffrey dies. I love that episode.
I do too. Yes.
We waited.
Yes.
I waited not patiently at all for seasons. Seasons I waited. For, like, when is this little shit gonna die?
Yeah.
And it was painful too, which was nice.
Yes.
And slow. Painful and slow. It was really cool. Hard Home is the one where Jon and Tormund go together to talk the wildlings into leaving where they are, which is called Hard Home because the Night Walkers are headed there. And before they talk everybody into leaving that place, the Night Walkers come and kill a bunch of them, and they get off in boats. But then right when they're on the water leaving, because the Night Walkers can't swim across water or whatever, the Night King raises his arms, and all the wildlings they just killed came back to life as Night Walkers. That one's really good because then, I don't know, it's just really good at showing you what's coming, the war with the Night Walkers and shit, and how big that army was now.
You will disagree with this, but I love the episode where they kill Jon Snow, and then he kills them. I love that
I
one.
do, yeah.
That's a good one.
Because I think they split it. So
yes,
yeah, I think
did.
The one where he died, I hated that one, of course, and then the red bitch did the one good thing she did during the whole series, and then hung them, even the kid. I was like, you got to take out the kid too, because she straight stabbed you in the fucking heart.
Yeah.
And had no qualms about it.
Right.
So you got to go. So yeah, I like that one too. Oh, the Battle of the Bastards. That's one of my favorites. Oh, that one's so good. And I hate it because bad stuff does happen, like Rickon and everything. But I love that even though...
Oh, Rickon.
I know. The way he did it, too, that motherfucker. And even though it was fucking Littlefinger and the Lords of the Vale, at least, like, it was Sansa that really came... You know, she's the one that got the Lords of the Vale to come and finish off Ramsay and shit. And then the way she got Ramsay... Oh,
that was amazing.
When I rewatched it recently, I was like, do I want to watch it? Yeah, I want to watch it. I want to watch his face get eaten off.
I watched that a lot. I think I've watched it twice since we've done the pod, since we've done this. And oh my gosh, I love that. That was like just beautiful to watch.
I do. I this is going to sound stupid, but I just finished it last week, I think for like maybe the 4th time total since years ago. And writing everything I needed to for the podcast and talking to you about it and talking to Lori, because I got Lori to rewatch it too.
Yeah.
I want to watch it again. Like,
Yeah.
it's so good.
It is.
So, you guys don't get it. If you haven't seen it and you don't think it's your thing, because that was my issue. I didn't start it when it came on, because I was like, that's not my thing.
Yeah.
Kings and queens and sword fights, that's not me. Because in general, it's not, you know. But, oh my God, the story is so good.
This show is just so good.
Oh, and then Winds of Winter, which is where Cersei blows up the Sept. I love that episode.
That's a good one, too. Yeah.
I love the way they set it up and the way they only hint at things through the whole thing. And, like, it shows them all going to the Sept, and then it just shows Cersei in her room having a drink and whatever. And
yeah,
then it
and
shows
Marjorie's
them going
freaking
into
out.
the Sept.
Yeah.
And then they start to know what's going on, and Cersei's just having a drink.
Yep.
And not, you know, like, and then... And it doesn't even phase her. She doesn't even flinch. She's like, and she turns around and has a drink. Like, I love that
I
one.
know.
She's so fucking evil. I love it. I was glad that Marjorie died. I couldn't stand her.
And that fucking pastor guy or whatever.
Yeah, the High Sparrow.
The High Sparrow guy. Yeah, I was glad he went too.
And that's the dude from Pirates.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, this is a really good category for the show, deaths. The most notable, the ones you looked forward to, and like the saddest. So, was your saddest Daenerys?
That one and Missandei.
Because of the way she did it, like...
That one, I'll say that one, Missandei, and Jorah. Those three were...
Jorah sucked, because he literally just stood there and fought for her for however long.
And the way she was so sad. I mean, the way she bawled her eyes out when he just finally... That was a hard scene. So, yeah, those are my three.
All the episodes that include the war with the Night Walkers give me so much anxiety, too, because they're just fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting. You're like, who's going to die? Ned Stark was one of the worst, because I feel like it was really soon. You know what I mean?
He didn't get much time in the show.
Yeah, and it was like... I don't know. I just didn't expect it that soon, so I was like shocked and really sad, and then, but I did, it had to be that way because that set up everything else. But that one sucked. Khal Drogo sucked.
Yes,
really bad. Just really sad when she brought him back, quote unquote, and it wasn't him. You know,
right?
That sucked because then she had to kill him. Yeah, and we already talked about Theon's death, but that was really hard for me. That was one of my harder ones. That's when I still, to this day, cry when I see that one. Of course, the Red Wedding, we already talked about that. Those were really hard. The way Oberyn died fucked me up. The Mountain, yeah. Poor Ilaria. No wonder she was so goddamn angry. He crushed his head, yeah. Like, yeah, I'm pissed. I'm gonna get you. Oh, Ygritte. Ollie killed Ygritte when the wildlings came in to Castle Black. And they were fighting them, and Ollie's the one that put an arrow through her heart. And then Jon...
Ollie's a little shit.
Yeah. And then Jon caught her as she was falling, remember? And held her while she died. And before she died, she said, "You know nothing, Jon Snow." She died. And then he took her out past the wall and burned her body, but that one sucked. I wasn't sad when Tyrion killed Shae. I was happy. Or Tywin. Y'all deserved it.
I wasn't sad about... I forgot about Shae, because Shae was a traitor.
Yeah. The only one that made me, I think, the one that made me the most pissed off, like the most angry I got about a death was Shireen Baratheon, Stannis' daughter. That fucking red bitch. Yeah. That's all I'll ever call her, that fucking red bitch.
Yep. Tied her to a pole and...
Burned her at the fucking stake.
Yeah. Burned her.
And remember how pissed Davos was when he found out?
Yeah.
He was like, "You fucking bitch."
Yep.
Hodor, Rickon. The way Tommen died was fucked up. I was a little fucked up about Tommen.
Yeah.
Because that poor kid didn't deserve that, man.
No.
He wasn't Joffrey. He wasn't even Cersei, you know. Jorah, Eddie. I hated when Eddie died. Lyanna Mormont. Remember the giant killed her. The giant picked her up. And Varys the Hound. And I was really I was sad when Cersei and Jaime died. I was sad.
I was sad for Tyrion.
Yeah.
When Jaime was dead, because he saw the hand and he started crying. So that made me sad. Yeah. But
I was just, I don't know. I don't know. I liked him. I ended up liking him and feeling bad for him.
Okay, now let's talk about good deaths.
Joffrey.
Ramsay
Bolton. Tywin Lannister.
Yes.
Lysa Arryn. Remember Sansa's aunt? with the moon door.
Yes.
Yeah. I was glad. She was crazy.
I forgot
she was
about
crazy.
her.
I was like, bitch, you gotta go. You nuts.
Into the hole you go.
I was glad when Stannis died.
Yeah.
I was glad when Roose Bolton died, which I think Ramsay killed him, but I
Yeah,
was still
he
glad.
did.
I was.
I felt so bad for the mom.
Whose mom?
Ramsay's stepmom.
Yeah. Yeah, he killed her.
Yeah,
and the
baby. That just came into my head.
I was glad about the Sept of Baelor deaths, Marjorie and Mace Tyrell and the High Sparrow and all them. I was really happy about Peter Littlefinger's death.
Yep.
I like the way they did it, and I like how they kind of like tricked him at first into thinking they were mad at each other or whatever, and they were like, "Nah, bitch, we know what you've been doing. You're a sneaky little bitch. Your head's got to come off."
Yep.
I was glad about the Mountain. I was glad about Craster. I was so glad when he went. Balon Greyjoy, I was happy about. Melisandre, I was happy about. Qyburn, remember Qyburn, the Cersei's guy. Cersei's he wasn't even an actual maester because they took his chains. But,
right.
Yeah. And then Viserys, that was a good one too. I know you disagree, but I was glad Daenerys went because she turned into a tyrant and a dictator, and she just had to go because that's what we do. That's what we do. No dictators. We kill them. Is there anything about the show you would change or you would want different or to end differently? I know your answer. I think everybody knows her answer now, right? That Dany never would have gone bad.
Right. Dany never would have gone bad, and her and Jon Snow would have lived happily ever after, and they would have had kids, and she would have sat on the Iron Throne.
Well, that's not what happened.
But that's what I would have changed.
Okay, I'll give you that. I think, because I really do like that it ended up being Bran. I think Bran is going to be the perfect king. He will be completely unbiased and just, and you know what I mean? Like, I think he's the perfect pick. But I wouldn't have sneered at Jon Snow as king. Like, I wouldn't, like, if they had made him change his name, like, he just would have gone back to Aegon Targaryen and been the king. I would have been happy with that,
You know what? I have to say, Bran is my least favorite character of the whole show.
You're insane. He is the three-eyed raven.
He's
important.
Like Bran at all. And you know what? Him. I think his acting is terrible.
No, that was on purpose. Because if you pay attention, before he becomes the three-eyed raven, his acting is different. He just acts like a little boy. But after the accident, when he sort of becomes the three-eyed raven, that's on purpose. Because the three-eyed raven isn't supposed to have emotional attachments or anything.
I know. But I'm just saying, he's very monotone.
Right, because he's not supposed to be emotional at all. The three-eyed raven is just like the holder of history. So he's not emotionally connected.
It's very boring.
But it makes sense if you know why. He has to stay that way, or else things he wouldn't be able to help the way he's supposed to as the three-eyed raven.
I know, but it makes him not interesting.
It makes him more interesting.
It makes him an uninviting character.
No, she's wrong.
No.
She's wrong. Long live Bran the Broken. I will die on that hill.
No. Bran's stupid.
I would have given Jorah more play.
Yes.
I would have given him a bigger role. I also would have taken out all of his betrayals. Yes. I would have made it to where that didn't happen, and that he played kind of a bigger role and shit.
Yes, I agree with that.
I also wish that Gendry played a bigger role. Mm-hmm. I wish that he had been more of a candidate. Like, I wish they had considered him more of a candidate to, like, rise up, you know. And he kind of did. He ended up on their little panel or whatever. But I don't know. I feel like his story should have been more present.
Game of Thrones is the best, and you should watch it if you haven't. Like Kiza said, even if this isn't your cup of tea, you know, with swords and fighting and soldiers and stuff like that, I mean, it's worth a shot. It really is, because it's more about the characters than that, you know. It's
the story.
Yeah, the storyline and who they are, and it's just really an interesting story, so you should give it a shot.
Also, I love that they could combine kings and queens and knights and shit with the zombie aspect, and it's still interesting. It didn't become silly at any point.
Right.
They did it really well to where it's not like, because you thought that's what I thought before. So there's kings and queens and there's zombies. That's stupid. You know what I mean?
Right,
That's too
exactly.
much. But no, they did it really well. Like, they integrated it really well to where it just makes sense. And the zombies aren't like the zombies we see all the time. They're like, different zombies and scarier ones. And I don't know. I think it all mixed together. So George R.R. Martin is a genius. Like, bottom line, that guy is a really good writer because
Yes.
it's such a good story.
Yep, it really is. I loved it all.
Well, thank you for being here, Skanky Skankerson.
You're so welcome, slutty slut.
And you're going to come back for Friends, right? For the Friends
Yes,
episode.
I will be here.
That's going to be a full house. I think I'm having like 4 or 5 people on that one.
Okay.
So, because everybody was like, I want to be on the Friends one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I love ya.
Well, yeah.
So, like I say about most of the things I'm passionate about, and I'm an Aries and a fire sign, so I'm passionate about a lot of shit, right? This show makes me, like, feel things. It was one of the top, I don't know, I'd say probably 20 shows I've ever seen that actually made me, like, really get invested emotionally and feel for the characters all the way through it. And when you can get invested like that emotionally, I don't know, that's pretty good art to me. That's what makes the TV shows, that's what makes the TV good, right? Now, like, that's what makes it my favorite form of art. I don't know, just the story that goes on and on and on and on. And, you get to know these characters for so many years, quote unquote. That investment is really cool. And the fact that it makes me experience feelings that you experience in real life for real people, that's what's cool about it. And this was one of those shows. I felt, pretty deeply for a lot of characters, like they were real people. And that's the beauty of writing and art. So not every show is for everyone, and not every show is going to make you feel like other shows do. But this one, if you haven't tried, I do recommend it. If you like ensemble casts and epic stories and fantasy or any of those things, if you like any of them, it incorporates all of it so well. The flashbacks, the looks, the magic through the fire, the zombies, the knights, and the king. It's just, I don't know. It was just beautifully orchestrated. So again, kudos to George R.R. Martin. Like, the writing is impeccable. Just check it out. I'm telling you. I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. I hope you liked meeting my little sister. And if you haven't watched Game of Thrones, definitely check it out. It's for my sister to watch it and deviate from her favorites is a big deal. So it's a really good show. It's worth it. It's worth all of the time that you'll have to spend watching it and get invested. But come back next week and talk about Mad About You with me. Does anybody remember that one? Helen Hunt, Paul Reiser? No? Crickets? Just me? Well, I loved that show. So it'll be just me on that episode. And don't forget to comment on this show. I put up a poll. Please let me know your favorite Stark kid. And yes, I'm adding John. No, I don't want arguments. He is a Stark technically. Also, leave me recommendations for shows. I have seen a lot of shows, but there are, hundreds and hundreds of shows. So there are a lot I haven't seen. So leave suggestions, leave comments, let me know. Thank you guys. I'm so glad to be back, and come back next week. Bye guys.